Undershake here with a couple of videos featuring the Panther that I played with my wife on her stream while platooned. This time platooned with Rain or Shine, which is one of her longtime moderators, and he is in the Tiger 1. She's trying to work on some light tank missions, so she's in her T-71, and of course here I am in the Panther. Now we're here on Serene Coast, and we are at the bottom of a split Tier 8, Tier 7 battle. So it's certainly not out of the capability of the Panther to perform in this. I actually think that it's one of the best Tier 7s to use while down-tiered. The Tiger 1 being one of the others, because both of them have capable guns. And here comes the T-28 prototype, which that thing really doesn't care what tier it's in. But both have good reliable guns with good penetration, so they don't mind being down-tiered at all, especially in this kind of a split battle. Now it does have artillery, and this map does cater to artillery a little bit, so I am not pushing up, especially since they've already kind of secured the C1 area. And unfortunately, she gets taken out early, so I'm considering bailing. But I do have the T-28 prototype off to my left, and I do have some artillery cover provided by this large rock, so instead I decide to basically make a stand right here with the T-28. Because if I bail, he will be overrun. And that's what the first little bit of this battle is going to be, is basically me just staying safe and waiting for my opportunity to get a couple of shots in here and there. The Panther's not bad hull down because the turret's very small and it's a little bit bouncy, as long as you're not talking about Tier 8s and 9s spamming premium or tank destroyers. But because of the turret size, the fact I'm rocking back and forth, I am not going to be an easy target. And with the T-28 prototype right beside me, covering the other side, this is not a bad situation to be in. So this basically right now, I see he's taking a couple of hits, but they're bouncing. So I was going to push around, but decided not to. With him being spotted, he's going to be under fire. But I don't want him to get overwhelmed. As you've seen, I have 3-marked my T-28 prototype, and I absolutely love that vehicle. I know what it's capable of. So keeping him alive and well is, in my opinion, key to making this go from a 1-3 to hopefully a win. And it's because that's not that bad of an early start. You know, we've lost light tanks, but as long as we can hold out, we can easily turn this around. And you've got, right now we've got our IS-3 and Rain or Shine in his Tiger 1 doing pretty good over there on the peninsula, just clogging them up for now, which will give us room to work if we can make a move here. I don't know what our T-29 is doing. If you notice him, he's kind of in the middle, in between mediums and tank destroyers, kind of out of position no matter what his plan was. But all I can do is work with what I've got over here. Now it is tempting, as you can almost feel my desire to go to what I know to be a key spot. The C and D1 area on Serene Coast is one of the keys to winning this map. If you can control this section of the map, you can then shoot down into the middle or spot further down the 1 and 2 lines, and then eventually use it to flank towards the enemy cap. And it doesn't matter which side of the map you're on, whether you're starting on north or south spawn. This area of the map is key. Actually, much more so than the heavy area on the peninsula. That's nowhere near as strategic. So I just need to try to get rid of this low health Panther M10. And I'm actually ready and willing to go in and take some hits for the opportunity to clear the flank. And as you can see, he is shooting premium, and now I am definitely going to get the attention of the artillery because I am now a huge threat in this section. Because right now, on the map spotted, was only one more tank in between the enemy cap and where I am at. So of course that GW Tiger P is going to look at me very intently. And as you see, we went from being down a few tanks to now it's nearly tied. And if we can try to take out a few of these enemies who are out of position in the middle, the E25 at our artillery is an issue. But if we can take out a couple here, we can easily turn this into our favor. And of course the E25 does get artillery. The Leo's pushing in, but this isn't overextending by them. Because now the T-29 becomes relevant, who's been sitting in a bad position all the game so far, because he can actually help me take down both the Leo and the E-25. As I'm trying to get some shots, and the E-25 makes a big mistake there by ramming the artillery. That allows me to get multiple hits into him when he should have just stayed behind the building and got shots on the Lorraine. Now I see an opportunity where I have support to my side. I can easily come in and finish both the Leo and the E-25. So I'm going to push in, not even slow down for the Leo, and then push straight on into the E-25. Fortunately, while I'm doing this, Randerstein goes down with his Tiger, who he had been doing a lot there on the peninsula, and you'll see later in the results that he actually had, I believe, the high damage of the game. But now it's time to go dark, because we have eliminated everything but one tank and the 3 artillery. So at this point, it's 11-11, but we have 4 vehicles ourselves that are active vehicles, including a nearly full health T-29, T-28 prototype, and while the E-25 is almost dead, I also have very good health, so we should be able to easily win this. The E-25 is getting a little risky here, and it is going to cost him his vehicle. He's pushing in too soon because he needs to look at his map and notice that the T-29's getting on the move, but he's not going to be there in time to help. The T-28 prototype, while a great vehicle, is not fast. I'm his fastest support, and he's outrunning me. And he's actually going to go around the corner where he will get 0 support. So he'll get all the attention of the enemy. The T-28 prototype actually gets a chance to shoot the artillery and take him out, but the E-25 does indeed die because he's outran his support. And there's the only premium I'm going to fire, because the 110 had backed himself into a corner, and I wanted to ensure the kill really quick. So now 2 artillery against 3 vehicles that all have pretty good levels of HP. It's a win at this point. It's just a matter of, can I snag more damage? And I'm looking at myself with 4 kills. It's like there is a possible top gun on the table here. So you better believe I'm trying to get over here, and it dawned on me the E-25 had made it back there, so there's not going to be any artillery there. And the T-29's still out of position, so there's no chance of him snagging a kill unless the artillery is running down the peninsula. But I'm thinking to myself, I do have a chance to clean up here, which could turn what's a decent game currently into a very good game. And there's the GW Tiger P who shot me. So I shoot him right in the engine, set him on fire, finish him off. Now, Top Gun is definitely up for grabs. I just have to locate what is a decently quick little SPG in the Crusader. I have to locate him, and now that shot came flying in. So, not likely for him to be over here, plus I would have spotted him. I'm running optics, and you can see my view range is maxed out. So I should have spotted him if he was there, plus the shot came in from this direction. So I am almost dead sure that he's going to be right over one of these little humps. And there he is. So going in to finish off the game with a ram kill. Always love ramming in anything in the Panther line. Almost all of them are good rammers. And that did make it become an ace with a few of the ribbons. And I got a Pascucci's for the artillery kills, and there's the top gun. And as you can see, I did a bit of spotting, so it gave me the top experience for the team. While Rainershine the Tiger won there, he got the top damage. Which, again, very, very capable vehicle. Both of those are great tier 7s. And I only fired the 2 premium shells into the 110, so I actually made a lot of credits here, plus I had the personal reserves going. Now, jumping into the second game, also in the same stream, platooned up with Rainershine. And, of course, me running the Panther, they've changed out their vehicles. And we find ourselves on Mountain Pass. Again, down tiered. We are going up against tier 8s yet again with multiple artillery. And unfortunately, at least a bunch of our teammates decide to go the ice road. And here's a tactical opinion on Mountain Pass and the ice road. The ice road is only useful for defense. Do not ever push it. Unfortunately, our team is going to. You can win that way, but it's much like the Valley on Lakeville. You might win 1 or 2 out of 10 by pushing there, but you've lost 8 or 9 by doing so. It's not a winning strategy. Your winning strategy on Mountain Pass is to win the southwest, where I am positioned here, hold the middle, and hold the ice road. You can, in mid to late game, make a break across the middle, and especially if an opposing team has tried to push the ice road and they make it down into the low ground and you have the middle secured, then you can definitely push down and you'll actually have flanking fire. And where our E25 is, he will, if that VK gets pushed back a little bit, our E25 is going to have flanking fire into him. And the VK has made the mistake of going down there too soon, and he's going to actually get pinched by the AMX 1375, the heavies that are down there, as well as the E25 and Tiger that now has shots. And I am taking a risk because I tend to get focused by artillery. I'm taking a risk working this terrain here. This is absolutely great if you don't have artillery, or you're just like me, taking a calculated chance here, where I can really distract their heavies with the sustained fire that the Panther has. Plus, people don't give it enough credit for being a good hold down or ridgeline fighter, because it has a very small profile on the turret. And all I was doing was rocking back and forth using this berm to cover up my hull, which is the worst part of the Panther. If I can keep the hull covered, as you see there, as soon as I expose my hull, I get damaged. So now I'm going to burn my repair kit, and I'm going to keep in mind that I get spotted through the bushes here, which realistically I shouldn't. Those bushes are far too far away from me for them to spot through it. It just means that somebody had vision, I guess, up and over the bushes. And here I go, almost going to make the same mistake, but now I see I have side shots into the turret of the KV5. And now I just need to try to keep our 50 TP PR alive. He's made the mistake of pushing too far, too fast into multiple enemy guns. There's the KV5 out DPMs him, the Tiger out DPMs him, and they're backed up by the T20. So I'm going to have to now pick up the slack from that 50 TPPR, basically throwing his tank away. I mean, we're winning this, and we're keeping them pinched back, and our artillery is helping. And there you see the fairly bouncy turret of the Panther shrugging off a hit from the KV5, which, now keep in mind, this is since the KV5 has been buffed. So he is, hitting me with a shot that you'd think would go through a tier 7 medium. But it's just the small profile of the Panther's turret mixed with the good frontal armor and me kind of rocking and wiggling all over the place here. And with me, a bounce or a miss isn't even costly because I can just keep firing. For him, that's a about 7-second delay on him getting ready to fire again. And there I finally finish off both the heavies. And now I can kind of push up a little bit here in a second. I'm just personally trying to keep them at bay because I have support from artillery, the Tiger, and it looks like we have our tank destroyer pushing in, the T-28 over here. And once he pushes in, this is game over for all these heavies. And as you see, outside of this force here, they pushed the enemy team, put too many into the ice road area, and while our team didn't push it, they held it, and it ended up being a blowout win because they were able to sustain. We were able to sustain the fight over here and in the middle, while basically they threw their tanks all the way over in the ice road. And I'm pretty sure that M12 had just gave up. And now I'm leading forward trying to get spotting ahead of the teammates behind me. Unaimed shots with the German guns do not work. They generally miss, but there's one tracking, double track. This guy's dead and I will get the assistance for it, even if I don't get the kill. And one unfortunate Jagd Panther 2 left on the ice road still trying to defend against the whole rush of my teammates. So now it is a win as soon as he goes down. He's going to get a shot or two off, and that'll be the end of him. It's another good game. Gun in the air and victory, showing 2,600 plus damage. And while the other one I had a lot more spotting, this one was more of a raw damage game. Did not fire any premium, and I was top on the team in both experience and damage. In the Panther, no premium fired while being down tiered. Just shows what this vehicle's capable of, and I hope you enjoyed both games. Thanks for watching.